What provincial fees apply to ongoing registrations? Most US owners think hard about the one-time cost of registering in Canada and barely think at all about the small but constant fees that come afterwards. Provincial systems in Canada are built around the idea that corporations and foreign entities are living things that need to check in regularly. That means ongoing filings and ongoing payments. None of these fees are huge on their own, but missing them can quietly knock your company out of good standing or even off the registry entirely. The important mental shift is to treat corporate status in each province as a subscription, not a one-off purchase. Once you have incorporated in one jurisdiction and registered extra-provincially in others, you have signed up for several sets of renewal tasks. If nobody in your organization owns that calendar, the default is that something eventually slips. Annual corporate returns and their fees. Most provinces expect every active corporation and extra-provincially registered foreign entity to file an annual corporate return or annual information form. This is not a tax return. It is a corporate registry filing that confirms the company still exists and updates basic facts such as the registered office address and current directors. Each annual return has a filing fee. It is rarely large, but if you ignore the requirement for long enough, the registry can list the company as not in good standing or even strike it from the register. For a foreign corporation, the province can cancel its authority to carry on business there. Reinstating status often requires paying all missed fees, filing back returns, and sometimes obtaining a court order, which costs far more in time and professional fees than the original annual charges. Extra-provincial registration maintenance. When a corporation formed in one province or outside Canada registers to carry on business in another province, that extra-provincial status usually has its own maintenance rules. Some provinces require a separate annual filing and fee for the extra-provincial registration. Others only charge when information changes. Either way, you cannot assume that staying current in your home jurisdiction automatically keeps every extra-provincial registration current as well. If your US company is registered in 3 provinces, it can easily face 3 different sets of forms, deadlines, and fees. The underlying entity is the same, but from the point of view of each registry, you are a separate entry that needs attention. Banks, landlords, and large customers often look up every registration. One province showing an out-of-date status can be enough to stall a transaction. Name registrations, trade names, and renewals. In addition to the corporate name, many businesses register operating or trade names in one or more provinces. These registrations allow you to use a different public-facing name than the legal corporate name. They often have their own renewal schedules and fees. If a trade name registration expires and you do not renew, another business might be able to grab a similar name, or you may need to reapply under less favorable conditions. From a marketing standpoint, losing control or clarity around your operating name is a headache. From a compliance standpoint, inconsistent name registrations across provinces create confusion in contracts, invoices, and tax records. Licensing and permit fees beyond the registry. Provincial and municipal licenses sit outside the corporate registry but behave the same way in terms of recurring cost. If you operate a regulated business, such as a restaurant, transportation service, certain construction activities, or a professional firm, you will typically face annual license renewal fees. Municipal business licenses, fire inspections, health inspections, and zoning-related renewals can all carry small but recurring charges. If those are not paid on time, you may technically be operating without a valid license, even though your corporate status is perfect. For some customers, especially government and larger enterprises, evidence of a current license in good standing is as important as evidence of a current corporate registration. Employer-related contributions and standing. If you have employees in a province, you will usually be registered with that province's workers' compensation system or equivalent. Contributions to that system, along with related filings, are another form of ongoing cost. They are not typically described as fees, but they are recurring payments tied directly to the right to operate as an employer in that jurisdiction. Being in arrears with workers' compensation bodies can block you from bidding on public contracts or from working with counterparties who require proof of good standing. Once again, the payments themselves may not be large relative to payroll, but the consequences of missing them can be disproportionate. Certificates of status and transaction-driven costs. Provincial registries also charge for certificates of status, certified copies, and detailed searches. These are not annual obligations, but they come up whenever you are closing a financing, entering a major lease, or selling part of the business. If your status is not current because annual fees or returns were missed, you cannot get a clean certificate until the underlying compliance issues are fixed, which can delay the deal and add professional fees on top of the regular late charges. Building a simple fee and filing map. The way to keep all of this under control is not to memorize every rule in every province. It is to build a simple map. For each entity in your structure, list the jurisdiction of incorporation and all provinces where it is extra provincially registered. For each of those lines, add the annual corporate return requirement, the typical fee, and the usual due date. In a second column, add any key licenses, trade name registrations, and employer-related programs that renew on a schedule. Once that map exists, you can assign ownership. Someone in finance, legal, or operations becomes responsible for working with your Canadian advisors to hit those deadlines and authorize the payments. At that point, provincial fees become predictable, budgeted operating costs instead of unpleasant surprises. Final thoughts. Provincial fees for ongoing registrations in Canada are not big, but they are relentless. Annual returns, extra provincial maintenance, trade name renewals, licenses, permits, and employer program contributions all have their own calendars. Missing them does not just save a few dollars, it risks your good standing and can derail deals at the worst possible moment. If you want a straightforward template you can adapt into your own compliance calendar. You can download planning tools and walkthroughs at www.theaccountingandtax.com. If you require assistance with Canadian tax matters, our team is ready to provide reliable professional support. Please contact us at 416-283-8774 or visit theaccountingandtax.com for more information. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.